Hey, Brandon. I'll be right back. I'm back. Just thought I could get some stuff. My desk isn't big enough. Okay. Man. What a day. Oh, hi everybody. It's Friday. Yay. I think I still have the plague, but the show must go on. So I'm here. Yeah. Week 3. Hola. Hi, Jam Mania. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I had to step out. Hey, what's up, Joe? Hi, Arsenal. How you doing? I just had to step out real quick. I had to go get some of my stuff here. I'm a little, not put together. Yeah. So there's that. But guys, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. If you don't know who I am Lauren Carpenter, also known as Stepmom Lauren. And I'm a writer for the Fantasy Footballers. I also contribute to Fake Pigskin. I do a Thursday night fantasy preview every week, which was pretty interesting. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Is Kyler Murray the GOAT yet? He's getting there, man. Let's see how he does. Let's see how he does this week. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they do. So, let's see. The Cardinals, they play the Panthers, don't they? Yeah, I think they play the Panthers. And it's a pretty interesting storyline between he and Kyle Allen, who is now the starting quarterback for the Panthers. Hi, Tim. How you doing? Welcome in. And then, Evan, maybe next week. You can keep asking me, though. I love it. It's fine. Because I don't know. But, guys, it's Fireside Friday. Don't mind the light that's reflecting off of here. I'm going to figure it out one of these days. Hi, Dusty. How you doing? Anyway, I'm a fantasy football writer. I'm an analyst. That's what I do. And I'm here to help you with your Week 3 questions, lineups. Talk about it. Whatever. We can beast about players we started or didn't start from last night, which, by the way, I put DJ Chark in 2 of my lineups, took him out of my lineups, and then 5 minutes before the game started, put him right back in my lineup. So I did benefit from DJ Chark, and I don't think I'm ever going to question that again. So Jan Mania Antonio Brown just said, thank Patriots, go win it. It's possible. There's been some stuff coming out about he's been threatening people, and that's severely against the NFL, sorry I said NHL, NFL personal conduct policy. So that means that he can be put on the commissioner's exempt list for that, for being an asshole, which kind of sounded like he was. Go Google it. It's like something new coming out every week with Antonio Brown. So guys, it's week 3, Fireside Friday. It is September 20th. And I am here to help you guys for week 3. We have some really interesting matchups. We've got some interesting games to watch. And lots of debut quarterbacks, which freaks everybody out, especially with New Orleans. Everyone's like, oh my God, what do I do with Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas? Stop it. Keep them. Don't freak out yet. Relax. Not a big deal. But yeah, again, Stepmom Lauren, come find me on Twitter, guys. Find me on Instagram. I'm not really big on Instagram though. I can't get into it. I don't know why. And Tammy said, is it time to drop Drake? 10-team standard. You could get Mostert or Hyde. Yeah. If you want. I mean, I personally like Drake. If I have the bench room, I'm going to stash him for a really good matchup, especially against defenses that are weak against a pass-catching running back. I really would like to see how they do with Rosen, though. I don't think they're going to win, but let's see how the ancillary pieces around that offense work with Rosen. Maybe things change a little bit. I don't know, but if you want to, you can. If you don't see yourself starting him, then there's no point in rostering him. Maybe try to bucket him into a trade if you want. Bundle him, I guess I should say, into a trade. It's up to you. But, yeah. So, we're going to go... Why is this being silly? Gonna do it now? Man, is this how we're going to have to do this? Yeah, I think this is how we're going to have to do this. That's annoying. But you know what? That's okay. Let me try this again. I go to present. Sorry, I'm still sick, guys. Legit sick. So, yeah. Yeah. Hello, Josh Gordon. Yeah, Josh Gordon's back in the mix if AB doesn't play. So just be aware of that. Tim, you're a diehard Dolphin fan. Good point. You'll wait and see what happens Sunday. You're welcome. You're welcome. And guys, if I miss any of your questions, please feel free to re-ask me again. Curtis Samuel or David Montgomery in your flex? That's a really good question. I am gonna lean Montgomery, especially if you're in standard. I think they're starting to give him more volume. And let's see, the Bears play the Redskins, which, I mean, that on its surface does not look very frightening. So let me see. I'm actually looking at the NFL fantasy points against. Redskins are ranked 17th against a running back, so that doesn't scare me for David Montgomery. So in your position, I don't know what Kyle Allen is going to do between DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel, so the safer play there for me is going to be Montgomery. And if I miss any, okay, Charles, you want Curtis Samuel or Tyrell Williams, or Will Fuller or John Brown. Choose two. I'm going to go Tyrell Williams and John Brown. Those are the two I'm going to go with. But let me go. I'll double check that with my fantasy pros, and just to make sure. So I don't know about Curtis Samuel. I want to see what Kyle Allen's going to do first. And again, guys, sorry, I've been sick. I was sick last week, and then it turned out I probably had the flu. So I'm getting over that. So sorry if I'm like kind of slow and I sound dumb, but it happens. I get sick. Sorry about you. It happens to the best of us. The reason I'm going to shy away from Will Fuller is that he's not getting the volume I would like to see, and he's not connecting on those big plays that gave him all those touchdowns. Was that last year, maybe the year before? So that does kind of worry me. Let's see, Charles, if that helps you at all. So I'm just going to take a look at these from Fantasy Pros. So let's see. Definitely Tyrell Williams. So let's do Tyrell Williams, John Brown, if this wants to work. And again, guys, I'm double checking these based on Fantasy Pro Start Sit tool. I also use my bosses, the Fantasy Footballers Start Sit tool. I can't do the four comparison like I can with the Fantasy Pros, so that's why if you have more than one question, I'll generally do that. So Fantasy Pros does agree with me, Tyrell Williams and John Brown. And let me just keep scrolling. How worried am I about Christian McCaffrey? Not at all. Don't worry about him. I mean, he may see a little bit fewer fantasy points, but he's still the stud. Don't worry about it. And then Rap Sheet just confirmed. They released him? Are you serious? Did I just miss that? Somebody confirm this for me. Jan Mania, it is not that I am discrediting you whatsoever. But that blows my mind. They really did release Antonio Brown. This is happening right now, guys, like live. Hold on, let me pull up Sleeper HQ. Oh my gosh. This is cray-cray. That's insane. Hold on. Okay, wow. I'm sorry, my brain is having trouble, like, wrapping my head around this. Holy moly. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Go win it. Yikes. Okay, well, there goes that. My bad. Okay, and sorry, I'm like going back and forth on these two. Emmanuel, how you doing? They cut AB, thank you, just now. I know, this is crazy! This is crazy! What is happening? He gone, so true. Shefty's on it too. Okay, breaking news, he's out. Wow, okay, I just saw the sleeper alert too. Wow, who knew? Fireside Friday, man. They're just giving it out to us just in time. Now listen, guys, keep your eyeballs out for Jalen Ramsey news, because that was apparently supposed to come out today too. So I'm going to rely on you guys. Since I'm here with you, I want to focus on you guys. If you guys hear anything, you let me know. Crazy. How crazy is that? Okay. Wow. Anything can happen on Fireside Friday. It's so true. It's so true, because the NFL clearly cares about my Friday live stream. I don't think they do. But you know what? Hey, it's fun. I'll think like they do. Okay, guys, so like I did last week, I'm just going to go run through some matchups. Defenses, they're the worst defenses so far against positional players. So if you guys can see up here, it might be hard to read. Again, I'm still trying to figure out what fonts work best. This one clearly does not. But we're going to do matchups, the worst defenses against the running back position. But before we do that, Bengal P6, you said you need a deep sleeper at flex, inherited keeper league with a ton of injuries. Go check out Devin Smith, wide receiver for the Cowboys. Vegas expects him to have, I think, the most points out of all of the teams this weekend, I want a piece of that Cowboys offense if I can get it. Michael Gallup is also beat up. So if you need a deep sleeper, Devin Smith from the Cowboys is one that I would go with if I were you. Again, guys, if I miss any of your questions, feel free to ask them again. I have no problem with that. So some of the worst defenses against running backs coming into this week, the Bengals, they suck. But here's something interesting. So Devin Singletary is out. I'm pretty sure he's out. If not, he's severely banged up. But I'm pretty sure he's out for this weekend. And so Frank Gore, guys, he's ageless. So Frank Gore is going to become legit again. So that's a sleeper opportunity too. If Frank Gore's on your wire, which I'm not quite sure why he would be, but if he is, you can pick up Frank Gore and put him in at your position. I love that. So they're going to get a lot of work, especially because the Bengals suck against the RB, and Frank Gore is very good. So I like that a lot. I also like Josh Allen as the quarterback too. Just throwing that out there. So if you have a chance, if you need to stream a quarterback, if he's still available, Josh Allen's good. The Dolphins suck, obviously. I mean, you're going to start all of your Cowboys and you're going to bench all of your Dolphins. That's just how it is. So Zeke, duh. Another reason I bring up the Dolphins is they're 31st worst. They're second to worst in the league. Tony Pollard, if you are in a deep league, that's another sleeper for you there too, is Tony Pollard. If you're in a deep league, not a lot of options for you, you're plagued by injuries and you need somebody to flex, try picking up Tony Pollard if the guy who owns Zeke hasn't handcuffed him already, and you never know, he may score a touchdown in there. Also, Jason Witten might be someone if you're really, really, really desperate at the tight end position. The Bengals suck against tight ends as well. I'm sorry, the Dolphins suck against tight ends as well. So that's an option for you too. I mean, like all the Cowboys this week really are good starts. 30th ranked is the Colts. So I know a lot of people are super frustrated with Devonta Freeman. I am in that category. I have him too. A bunch of my good friends have him. It's like, what do you do with Devonta Freeman? This is going to be a very big game because the Colts so far have actually not been very good against the running back. Let me just bring this up for you right now. So the Colts have allowed an average of about 33.5 fantasy points. They're ranked 30th. They have allowed only 38 rushing attempts, but in those 38 attempts, they have given up 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. They've also allowed 10 receptions on 14 targets for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. So this could be a good game for Devonta Freeman. I don't know. You might have to start him, especially if you're plagued with injuries. Like if you're in a team that has Josh Jacobs, who I would actually avoid because he's very ill. I don't like that one. So you may drink a lot, pray, and then put Freeman in your lineup. Sorry. That one chick, hey, how you doing? What up, girl? How you doing? Yeah, thank you for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. 29th worst defenses against running backs is the Browns, shockingly enough, because they were supposed to have a pretty good defense. This may turn around, though. I don't know how sold I am on this. But Todd Gurley, and if you guys, again, need some kind of a flex option, if he's available, Malcolm Brown. I doubt he is, but he may be an option for you. I also do kind of like Malcolm Brown as a cheap DFS play, just letting you know. Another sleeper you might be able to pick up is going to be James Washington, who's a wide receiver for the Steelers. He has very good chemistry with Mason Rudolph. They went to college together, played together, and sounds like the Steelers are actually going to incorporate James Washington a little bit more. Hopefully he can catch the ball and has better than 43% catch percentage like he did last year. That would help. But Dante Moncrief can't catch anything, which breaks my heart. So 28th ranked, again, another surprising one. This is the Rams. Like, the Rams and the Browns are supposed to have good defenses, but so far they've been kind of porous against the running back position. So I really do like Chubb in this matchup as well. So if you have Chubb, play him with confidence. I really like that one. So I think I missed some questions here. So let's see. Bengal, you have Lamar, and you hate carrying 2 quarterbacks. Justify dropping Wentz for Devin Smith? No. No. Keep Wentz and use him as a trade. And then try another position to drop. I just would not drop Carson Wentz. He's way too valuable. You can get more for him. See if there's someone else you can drop to pick up Devin Smith. And Randy, how you doing, Randy? Trade Mike Evans and T.Y. Hilton for Devontae Adams and Mike Williams. I don't mind that at all. That's going to be based on your roster and what you need. So far, Mike Evans has been incredibly disappointing. So to get Devontae Adams for him and Mike Williams, that's not bad. And then T.Y. is kind of that part of the equation that will make it a little bit more juicier to stomach Mike Evans, which is so sad to say. But yeah, I don't mind that. I would be on the Devontae Adams, Mike Williams side of those two, Randy, if that helps you. And then he's there. You have James Washington right now. Was looking at Ito. I wouldn't start Ito. Now watch, I say that and he's going to freaking blow up and Devonta Freeman's going to get like a big goose egg or something. But I would feel more comfortable starting James Washington than I would Eno Smith. And then you need a deep sleeper effects. Okay, so I think, I think I'm caught up. So, yeah, Brown is done. Risk Coot. How you doing, everybody? You heard Johnson was starting across from Juju. They very well could work in Deontay Johnson. If they stick with what the Steelers typically do, they're not really going to target Deontay Johnson all that much because he is a rookie and there are better pieces that are around them. Deontay Johnson should be getting a little bit more involved in special teams, which would, I think, heighten his value a little bit. But this is going to be an interesting game for sure. I want to see what Mason Rudolph can do with these pieces. They're not afraid of him. And by trading away a first-round draft pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick, they really have given Mason Rudolph a vote of confidence, because if Big Ben decides to retire after this, which isn't off the table, in Mason Rudolph's their go-to guy, they're not going to keep a first-round pick to go get a quarterback next year. So they like Mason Rudolph. He's got a big arm. He likes to throw the ball. I don't mind this. I really want to see how Mason Rudolph is going to do. I like it. It's going to be one of those good games I really can't wait to watch. And then Horses 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy. How you doing? We're talking fantasy football here, guys. If you're new, if you're just joining me, this is about fantasy football, starts and sits for your weekend, week 3, coming up here. So, we just talked about defenses against running backs. So, next one is obviously going to be matchups, worst defenses against wide receivers. Sorry, this is hard to read, guys. I apologize. I'm still trying to mess around with some fonts and figure out the best way to do this. I'll probably never figure it out, but you know what? You're still here anyway, which I appreciate, by the way. So, all right. Ranked 32nd is the Redskins. That shouldn't come as much of a surprise. That means Allen Robinson for the Bears on Monday night. I give you hope, Lauren, or I will. What can I help you with? Because I won't give you false hope, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Tell me what you need, and I'll see if I can help you out. I don't love Allen Robinson just because I don't trust Mitchell Trubisky. But if you have Allen Robinson and you don't have any other choices, yeah, you can start him. I mean, they're up against the Redskins that so far have been the worst defense against wide receivers. So, I don't know. And then 31st is the Eagles. I really like Kenny Golladay in this matchup. I'm not sure about Marvin Jones. Now, the thing about Marvin Jones is once he gets going, you can't stop him. So if Stafford decides it's going to be the matchup where this is going to be a Marvin Jones game, then Kenny Golladay is not going to do very well. Marvin Jones is going to blow up. This is one of the pitfalls of having a Lions wide receiver on your team. So if you have Kenny Golladay, I would start him and feel good about it. If you have Marvin Jones, I would hesitate and I would take a look and see who your other wide receivers are before you plug him in. That's just me, though. That's a personal thing. I'm not as high on Marvin Jones as I am on Kenny Golladay, because it seems like Golladay has really solidified that relationship with Matt Stafford, which if you guys follow the Lions at all or have been a part of fantasy football with Lions players, you know that's incredibly important to Matt Stafford. So 30th against wide receivers is going to be the Giants. So the Giants are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I understand the torture that you guys are probably going through if you own Mike Evans. And I'm really, really sorry about this. This could be a really good game for him because, like I said, the Giants suck. Jameis Winston is starting to do a little bit better in this Bruce Arians offense. Jameis Winston is actually a streamable option if you're in a 2 QB league or if you're in a deep league and really desperate. That's an option for you. I don't love it. Mike Evans is just drawing all of the double coverage, and it is very difficult to be productive when you are not creating separation, when you have a quarterback that's throwing more passes to the other team than to your players. That can be hard. And so far, Jameis Winston needs confidence, and the person that has given him the most confidence, besides like Cameron Brate and maybe his mom, is Chris Godwin. So I really like Chris Godwin. You guys, if you have Mike Evans, you probably have to start him. Just drink a lot and maybe not watch that game. Watch another game. That's all I can give you. I'm sorry. I wish I had better news. All right, 29th worst against the wide receivers are the Raiders defense. This is going to be an interesting game to watch. This is another game that's on my radar for ones that I really, really want to pay attention to because the Raiders secondary sucks. This could be a get-right game for Kirk Cousins, who has been, kind of dogged a little bit because he's not throwing the ball. You know, everyone knew this was going to happen with Kevin Stefanski and with Gary Kubiak. It's only week 3, guys. I know they've been running the ball 60% of the time. We knew that there was going to be this kind of pendulum swing to the run game. I really see Kirk Cousins having a big passing game against the Raiders. So I think Thielen and Diggs are both going to get involved, and I think Cousins is going to have himself a pretty good game too. If the data works out, you never know. This is a human game, so human people play this, so you never know. It could just be like, whatever. Screw fantasy football. Who knows? But that's what I think is going to happen, because I do like Kirk Cousins in this matchup. Also a streamable option if you're desperate. So just giving you a heads up. And then 28th worst against the wide receiver is the Steelers. And another sleeper for you, Bengal P6, Deebo Samuel. I really like Deebo in this matchup. I really, really do. I actually picked him up. I picked up DJ Chark, and I picked up Devin Smith. And I am starting all 3 of them wherever humanly possible. So, if that gives you any help on how to do your starting lineup and how to do your roster, that's what I'm doing. I started Chark last night, in case you missed it from the beginning of this live. I put him in my lineup, took him out of my lineup, and then very dramatically put him back in 5 minutes before the game started. And I was like, oh my god, what did I do? Because he was only projected for 8 points, and I don't remember who I sat. Robbie Anderson, I think. And which isn't horrible because, nobody really knows what Luke Falk is going to do. Although I did like how he peppered Robbie Anderson with targets. Great for PPR. But I was like, no, what's going to happen? DJ Chark. And then this bomb, Chark, Minshew Mania. Where's my mustache? There goes Chark. You guys, so if you have a chance to get Chark, take it. He is Gardner Minshew's favorite target. He goes to him in the red zone. He's the one that's scoring the touchdowns. I absolutely love it. Although O'Shaughnessy came in out of nowhere. I was like, O'Shaughnessy who? I can't even spell your last name, okay? Way too many letters. Too complicated for sick brain over here. Not sick as in mentally ill, as in I have the plague. Don't know if you can hear, but I normally don't sound like this. Anywho, against the Steelers, I like Deebo Samuel. I am starting him in this matchup. The end for wide receivers. Although I'm probably going to talk about more of them later. So, worst defenses coming up this weekend against tight ends. Old man Greg Olsen is back, guys. This makes me so happy. In one episode, I'm saying to start Frank Gore and Greg Olsen and possibly Jason Witten. It's circa 2012. This is awesome. I'm very happy. So I really like Greg Olsen this matchup against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are terrible against the tight end. Now, I know there are some concerns because Luke Allen is going to be taking over for Cam Newton. There shouldn't be any concerns. Cam Newton completed almost 99% of his passes to the grass or to 6 feet to the left or the right of his actual receivers. So starting Luke Allen it's Luke Allen, right? Kyle Allen. Sorry about that. Kyle Allen, my bad. Is it really, though? Because now I don't know. I know his last name is Allen, and now I'm questioning even that. The backup quarterback, not named Will Grier, who is starting for the Panthers, who's probably still going to be better than Cam Newton. I mean, let's just be honest here. Sorry, that's real snarky, but yeah. So he's going to be relying on a veteran, and he's going to be relying on that tight end position, and that person is Greg Olsen. I love him. And the Cardinals are ranked worst so far this year against the tight end position. No surprise, because they were pretty bad last year. Sorry, fantasy footballers. I know you're Arizona Cardinals fans. No ill will. Nothing personal. Just blame the Cardinals. 31st against tight ends. The defense 31st ranked against tight ends are shocking. The Dolphins. And coming from Florida, I'm not from Florida. I'm from St. Louis. So ergo, I don't have a football team anymore because my team left me. So you'd think I'd really want to be on board with a Florida team. Now, I am a fledgling Saints fan because there's a lot of history between New Orleans and St. Louis. So I do like the Saints. Plus, I'm in love with the French Quarter and I love going on vacation there. It's one of my favorite places to go. But the Jags are amazing. I like them too. But being from Florida, I can't be a Dolphins fan. And Tim, Westby, I know you are. I'm sorry. That sucks. But they're playing the Cowboys. That's why I said maybe fire up Jason Witten if you're desperate. If you have Hunter Henry and he's out. Things like that. David Njoku owners, I'm sorry about you. That really, really stinks. He took quite a hit. I was like, oh my God, how is he not broken all over? If I got hit like that, my head would be severed from my body. And I'd have an arm over on the 20-yard line. like it would be bad. It would be really bad. I would look like a pretzel. But like somehow these guys survive this stuff. It's amazing. So yeah, if you're really desperate, Jason Witten, there's going to be a lot of points scored in that game. I think he's already scored a touchdown, hasn't he? So yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. 30th ranked defense against the tight end position are shockingly enough the Cowboys. But that's against the Dolphins. So no. Stay away. 29th defense worst against tight ends. Weird. This is the Bears, who are really, really, really good at defense. Their weakest part has been wide receivers and tight ends, and it's still the Bears, guys. So, again, if you are desperate, Jordan Reed is in concussion protocol still. And honestly, I hope the man retires just for his own health, because he's had so many documented concussions, and he's had undocumented concussions, and we really need to look out for like the health of each other just as human beings. So if you are really desperate, you can fire up Vernon Davis. I don't love it again. I'm not very lovey on these tight ends right now. I'm not very lovey on these, but these are like desperate ones, except for my last one that I have up here, which I absolutely love. The Chiefs are the 28th worst against the tight end position, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Guys, who knew that this is going to be my favorite matchup to watch this weekend, is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. I can't wait. Two Heisman winning quarterbacks going up against each other head to head. High flyers. Maybe not like rushing. I know that's more Lamar Jackson's thing, but still there's points everywhere. I'm so excited. It's going to be such an exciting game. I can't wait to watch it. Mark Andrews. I know he's questionable. He was questionable last week and came away with like 3,000 points on my bench, and I ended up losing because I was like, oh no, he's questionable. What if he doesn't play? And then I just was shamed. I'm shamed down to my core. So Jade Mania should be like the Chiefs-Rams last year. That was great. That was really great. And there's even more weapons that Lamar Jackson can use. Marquise Brown. The Chiefs' defense is garbage. It's going to be interesting to see what Pat Mahomes can do too, because he's playing against one of the best defenses in the Ravens, which I actually have the Ravens in a lot of leagues. I am benching the Ravens, and I'm doing something I normally don't do, and I am rostering two defenses. I'm not going to drop the Ravens, only because I have the bench depth to do so. So I am playing, shockingly enough, I'm actually going to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. I mean, why not? Why not? So, let's see. Yeah, and so Tampa Bay is playing against New York. Sorry, I got distracted. Tampa Bay is playing against New York. Another debut for a new quarterback in Daniel Jones. Which we all saw coming. I'm just surprised they didn't do this from the beginning. I don't know. Even Eli Manning looked relieved. He's like, yeah, I'll be the best backup mentor I can possibly be. Thank you, Jesus. He didn't really say that. I am paraphrasing and putting words in his mouth, but that's what it sounded like to me. Just saying. So, and plus the Buccaneers defense hasn't looked that bad. They've really helped keep the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the game. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen here. Basically, Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram are the only two players you'd want to start for the Giants. I know nobody asked that, but I thought I'd throw that out there. So, we'll see. The Buccaneers are going to get, roasted from Saquon, so they're going to lose points that way, but I'm banking on interceptions and maybe pick sixes. So, there was, hardly anything on the wire, and I actually do like the Buccaneers better than the Ravens because Pat Mahomes scares me if I'm streaming a defense against that man, just so you know. Like I say, do I have anything else? Oh, here's some sleepers. So, more sleepers if you wanted to. So, running backs. I doubt this guy's available, but just in case. Raheem Mostert. If he's available, go get him. I love him. I love him. I love him. I just had my brother go pick him up. I love him a lot. So, I like Raheem Mostert. I would start him. I would start Matt Breida as well. Another one I did mention before, Tony Pollard, because there's going to be a ton of points running around there. That's if you are really, really desperate and there's nothing else left on there. Tony Pollard could see the end zone. I know there's obviously Zeke, but there is a chance that Tony Pollard could get involved. Also like Tony Pollard on a really, really cheap DFS if you want to go into one of those dollar tournaments and just kind of take a shot at it. Another one, oddly enough, Darren Sproles. I had this question a couple times and I was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, that's actually kind of a good point. So Darren Sproles, again, if you're really desperate, deep leagues, big benches, lots of teams, take a shot at Jaren Sproles if you're desperate. Wide receivers, like I said, Deebo Samuel and Devin Smith are two of the ones I love this week. Tight ends, Vernon Davis and Jason Witten. Again, if you're desperate, Greg Olsen if he's out there, which I think he's like over 60% owned in Yahoo, I think. I'm just kind of pulling that off the top of my head. But okay, so that's me going through all the notes I have. So let me scroll back through here. And if you asked any questions and I missed them, hey Ray GQ, sup, how you doing? And then Tim, should you drop the Ravens for the Cowboys defense or the 49ers? Where his boys haven't been bad, even though playing the Finns. I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. If you have a chance to roster both the Ravens and the Cowboys just to stream the Cowboys this week, that's fine. Or if you want to just drop the Ravens to have the same, I mean, that's fine. You guys don't have to have like a number one starting defense. You can stream them. There are streamable options. So I don't know if that helps you or not, Tim. Oh, Bob Blastum, how are we doing? Okay, we got some people joining. Jack, Ed, Zach, Michelle, my girl Michelle, Bob Blastum. Guys, if you ask me any Dynasty questions, I won't answer them because I don't play Dynasty. She does. I'm going to be referring you to Michelle every single time. Brenda, I love you. And we've got Jayberg, Choosy Beggar, Tyler. Yeah, this is great. So many people come in here. I love it, guys. So, do you guys have any questions? Oh, here's one. Start Debo over Adams or Evans? No. Devontae Adams is who I'm guessing because there are other Adams. Josh Adams. I don't know. There's Josh Jacobs. I don't know. No, you want to start. Those are your studs. I wouldn't get cute with your studs. You want to flex someone like Debo. That's taking a shot at him. He's not guaranteed volume or production like Adams is. Even the upside with Evans is better. But Deebo Samuel is someone if you need to pick up somebody to stream because of injury or you want to fill out your flex spot. That's what Deebo's for. And then Charles Tran. How you doing, Charles? Wentz or Baker or Kyler this week? That is a great question. I don't know. Because I like all three. I do like all three. And maybe I'm missing something here. Let's see what Fantasy Bros has to say. So I do hope Carson Wentz plays better than he did last week. Against Green Bay, it might be, might be tough. No, that's next Thursday. My bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, sorry. I took cold medicine like right before this, so I don't think it's fully kicked in yet. So if I like cough or sound like I'm super congested, I apologize, but it happens when you're sick. So especially when you have like the plague, which I swear to God, I feel like I had the bubonic plague, and if I didn't, I still feel like I need to send some samples to the CDC. Okay, so Fantasy Pros takes, oh, this is very interesting. I don't know if this is going to help you, Charles, but Fantasy Pros takes Carson Wentz 49% over Kyler Murray at 48. And then 3% of them would say to start Baker Mayfield. So the split is very tight between Carson and Kyler Murray. Go with your gut on that one. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up on there, guys. So, again, if you guys have questions, let me know. And then, all right, start Debo over Tariq Cohen. Yes, that is a very good one that I would do. Tariq Cohen is getting phased out with David Montgomery as his volume increases, much as it pains me because I do have Tariq Cohen. But such is life. It is what it is. So, yeah, I would definitely, I would do that. So, Debo over Tariq, that's a great question. Anything else? Do you guys have any other questions? Any start sits? Anything you're looking forward to? What games are you most excited to see? If you guys are watching this on YouTube, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to this, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends. Trying to build this community here with everybody for football. I also go live on Wednesdays. We do a Wind Up Wednesday, usually between 3 and 4-ish is when I like to try to start. And guys, I own my own business too. Like, that's my day job. So sometimes real life gets in the way of me being able to start on time. So I apologize for that, but just try to be flexible with me as much as possible. Bengal Hollywood, Didi or Green. Let's see. If you mean AJ Green, I'm not sure which Green you're talking about here. Didi already played. Green is out, so unless that's a joke, go Marquise Brown. It's going to be a big game for him, so yeah. Unless I'm totally reading that wrong and whatever. Hit me up on Twitter. But speaking of which, you guys can all follow me on Twitter. Let me go back to that main screen here so I can just have it up here. You guys can all follow me. When Minshew does win Wookiee of the Week, Jan Mania, you nailed it. You are always so good at this game. So if anybody doesn't know Wookiee of the Week, I could not say Rookie of the Week. I mispronounced it and said Wookiee of the Week. And it's fantasy relevant players that have just fantastic facial hair. Now, where Minshew does not have a beard, I think that 70s porn mustache is super spectacular, so I think he wins it. And then Benjamin, yes, do you think Belichick will shut down Le'Veon Bell? I have Devonta Freeman, Aaron Jones, and Philip Lindsay. Okay, I think he's going to try his very best to shut down Le'Veon Bell. If you're in PPR, he's still going to get workload on that. Falk is going to need him badly. So he may not be as productive and explosive as he could be in other weeks. I don't think he's going to be completely phased out. So I would definitely start Le'Veon Bell, especially in PPR. I would not start Philip Lindsay for many reasons. I don't like the matchup. I also don't like how Royce Freeman is starting to take over in snaps and volume. I did call this off season. Philip Lindsay is one of my bust candidates for that reason, and it breaks my heart because if there's one person that I loved watching last year, it was Philip Lindsay. He scares me. So in your situation, if you can swing it, start Bell, Aaron Jones, and Devonta Freeman. If I had to pick two, I would say Le'Veon Bell and Aaron Jones. But that's going to be up to you, mostly because Devonta Freeman has done nothing, and that worries me, even though he has a really good matchup. It could be an Ito Smith game. Who knows? Hopefully that helps. And then, yeah, Minshew. I love that. Minshew's the Wookiee of the Week. I mean, it's perfect. And then, Bengal, you tweet me. That was the rest of my bench trying to drop for Smith. Got you. Okay. Now, shoot. Now I don't remember who they were. Hang on. Let me go look. Hollywood, Dede, or Green. Okay. If this helps you, I dropped Dede Westbrook to pick up DJ Chark. It hurt because I love Dede Westbrook in the offseason, but there is no Nick Foles. And Minshew loves DJ Chark. And Westbrook dropped quite a few passes. I understand it was rainy weather. He could have boom or bust games, but my wide receiver that I want to own is DJ Chark. After that is Chris Conley. Then after that, it's going to be Dede Westbrook. So if you want to drop someone for Devin Smith, it'd be Dede, although I hate saying it. Hurts my soul. And then Luke Falk in a super flex. Why not? I mean, who else do you have as an opportunity to start him? I wish I had some opportunities in one of my leagues. I don't. But, I mean, it's against you guys. It's against the Patriots. So, I mean, I don't know how much I love that. So, I think there are better options. But if you really, really wanted to start a quarterback and take a dart throw, be spicy, man. Do it. Or lady, excuse me, FFANG. My bad. I didn't even look at your name. I'm so rude. I mean, ideally, no. See if there's better options out there to put in that flex spot. But if you wanted to be spicy, and maybe it could pay off. I doubt it, but it could. And then Kevin Smedley, bench DJ Moore for Sterling Shepard. No, I would actually rather play DJ Moore than Sterling Shepard. I don't know what Daniel Jones is going to do. I don't like the fact that Golden Tate is not back yet. I think Shepard's value is going to go through the roof once Golden Tate is back to help out a little bit with coverage. In your case, I would play DJ Moore over Sterling Shepard. I don't like that one either, but that's my opinion on that. So rest of season standard, pick one: Mecole Hardman, Christian Kirk, Debo, Demarcus Robinson, or DK Metcalf. Man, why just one? There's so many I want on there. DK Metcalf, but that's standard. Crap. Metcalf. I'm going to stick with Metcalf. Mecole Hardman and Demarcus Robinson are wide receivers on the same team. Their value is going to go down as soon as Tyreek Hill comes back. So rest of season, that's why I would fade them. I do love Deebo Samuel, but I think he's more matchup based. And Christian Kirk I do love, but Larry Fitzgerald has been getting a lot of targets that I think may battle with Christian Kirk. But the two that I really like are Christian Kirk and DK Metcalf. Out of those two, shoot. Now I think I want to go Christian Kirk. I don't know. One of those two. You guys help him out. You can be hard questions, Tim. I love it. And then Brandon, drop Hardman for Larry Fitzgerald, Freeman, Debo, or Chark, or keep Hardman. If you have those choices, Brandon, I like Larry Fitzgerald, I like Debo, and I like Chark. Miko Hardman, I think, is going to be high upside, very low floor. That bothers me. Larry Fitzgerald is going to be very consistent. Freeman, I'm assuming you mean Devontae Freeman. If it's Devontae Freeman, I want to see how he does in a good matchup first. If it's Royce Freeman, possibly. But I still like Larry Fitzgerald better. Deebo Samuel, like I said, is, I think, more matchup dependent. And Chark is another one. But, again, that's relying on Minshew. So, out of all of those, I think I would take Larry Fitz. Tim, you saw Kirk is third to Larry Fitzgerald for slot receptions. Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald is Larry Fitzgerald, though. So, I don't know. And Christian Kirk's Christian Kirk. And when they're getting good matchups, and Kyler Murray can spread the ball around. Fitz is 1 in the slot. Kirk is 3rd. League-wide. That's why, I don't know. Possibly. I'm not quite following what you're saying, but it's not your fault. I have cold head. Medicine head. Cold medicine starting to kick in here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time, as always. I love answering your questions. I love connecting with you guys. So follow me on Twitter. You can find me at StepMomLauren. You can find all of my work, guys. I write for the Fantasy Footballers. I do all of the weekly waiver wire articles. That's, oh, Beyonce's knee. How you doing? I do all the weekly waiver wire articles for them based on their podcast. So go listen to that, read my article. Find all my work here, stepmomlauren.com. I do a Thursday night preview for Fake Pigskin. You guys can find all the podcasts I've been guests on. These videos will also be featured. I may start writing some articles for myself. I just haven't had the time to do so yet. And yeah, come find me. I love answering your questions. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. The more the merrier. I love having you guys on. You're so very welcome, Charles. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the reason I love doing this, because I like helping you out. I want to hear you win. So tweet me this weekend during the game. Tell me how you're doing. I want to see how these rosters are going. I want to see how these starts and sits are working out. And if I have to apologize, I will. Because eating humble pie is something I'm pretty good at, especially when it comes to fantasy football. Because like I said, and I'll say it again, it's educated guessing. And actually, now that I say this, I need to show you guys something. So, my husband and I had Chinese food the other day, and my fortune cookie was absolutely spectacular, and I loved it. But this is what it says. It says, ask advice, but use your own common sense. I mean, how perfect is that for a fantasy football analyst to get that fortune? So remember, guys, feel free, ask me questions. You go with your gut, though. Don't forget to do that. I appreciate y'all very much. Have a very safe and wonderful weekend. I may be going live on Sunday morning. Maybe. Stay tuned. If I have the time, I'm going to go on for about a half an hour, maybe an hour, and help you with last minute starts and sits if I can. No promises. Have a great weekend, guys, and thank you so much again for joining me. Always love to see you. Always love to see your comments. And until next Wednesday, or Sunday, who knows?